The position of the ulama in this world is as the inheritor of the struggle of the Prophet Muhammad SAW. However, nowadays many people misunderstand who the ulama really are. Is on the seat of government. He served as a mufti, expert fatwa. At that time, was if I considered a scholar because he was in a government chair. The answer is no, because he is one of the scholars who is very wary in taking a step or opinion. Quoting Sheikh Nun's opinion that not everything that is sweet is sugar, not everything that is hot is fire. The connection with this is that not every scholar who is close to the government is categorized as a ulama. The word ulama, plural form of alim, linguistically means a person who is knowledgeable or expert in knowledge. The word su is master from say yesu soan, which means ugly, bad or evil. Thus ulama as su literally means a knowledgeable person or a bad and evil scholar. In essence, the clergy are religious leaders who protect the community. In gooding, to become a peace person also makes the scholars as heirs to the treasury of religious knowledge, so that the knowledge of Sharia continues to be maintained as pure as it was in the beginning. His task is, of course, to continue the struggle of the Prophet, to bring good news and remind people to always be a ma'ruf nahi munkar, so as to create a society that is obedient and full of peace. This phenomenon is explained in the book Akhir by Imam al-Ghazali, that he divided the scholars into two categories, namely the scholars of the hereafter and the scholars of the world. Scholars are actually scholars of the afterlife because they are religious leaders who educate and protect the community to become pious individuals. While the world scholars who, on the other hand, they seem to invite the community to do good, but this does not reflect that Imam al-Ghazali also characterizes the scholars as bad scholars. The reason for this is because of the humbleness of their standing before Allah and the humiliation of their spirit. They do something commendable for something reprehensible. In Rajab al-Hanbali said that, as he said, I said there will not be an apocalypse until knowledge becomes a form of ignorance, and ignorance is a sin. This all includes the upside-down picture of truth, reality, at the end of time, and the upside-down of all affairs. We have entered an era where truth is considered foreign and strange, and that it is very difficult to find, is ingrained in today's society, and this is one of the signs that the end of the world is very close. Is explained in the authentic book narrated by Abdullah bin Amr that Rasulullah so said, actually, including the signs of the coming of the Day of Judgment, are the humiliation of the clergy and the appointment of bad people. Katib Jamal al-Alam wal-Hikam. In the hadith it is explained that the ulama is more dangerous than the Dajjal. There's something I'm most worried about from you than the Dajjal. He was then asked, what is that, O Messenger of Allah? Ulama is the end-time scholar who is most worried by Rasulullah so than the Dajjal. Dajjal indeed aims to lead people astray, while this ulama speech aims to invite people to the hereafter. But his actions invite people to the world. On the other hand, humans tend to follow actions, body language, rather than following words, verbal language. The harm caused by the behavior of this evil scholar is more than the benefit caused by his words. While scholars often give up the public and bring up their knowledge in the sight of Allah, he felt better than many other servants of God. They lead people to evil. They give authority, postulate, but are manipulated to suit their natsu. The Messenger of Allah reminded the people of the dangers of the ulama. He said, indeed, what I am worried about for my people is none other than the leaders who lead astray. Jeremiah in his Shaykh from the hadith of Zaman. Imam Abu Dawud al-Bailisi from the hadith of Abu Dawud. When I hear the ulama, sometimes my heart feels concerned because we don't know whether we are currently being led by them or not. Hopefully not, or just shadows that frighten us in carrying our religious teachings. Rasulullah so said, remember, the worst of the bad is the badness of the clergy, and the best of good is the good of the clergy, or Abdul. This hadith shows that the importance of the role of the clergy in society. First, people who fear Allah and know its laws. This is a perfect pious person. Second, people who fear Allah, but he did not know the laws. Third, people who know the laws of Allah. However, he is not afraid of Allah. He is one of the bad people. So scholars are not only found at the end of time, because in ancient times there were scholars. It's just that we don't know about it because it is related to intentions. The position as The hereafter scholars is determined by intention. Meanwhile, intention is something seen, so the statement regarding the ulama cannot be used to judge the ustads of the ulama around us, because we cannot judge someone's intention, meaning that we must not be prejudiced to towards the ulama